Hello and welcome to part 10 of Let's Play Kirby Superstar. We're still on the Great Cave Offensive. Sorry, I didn't do the funny title then. My funny title was going to be, if you're interested, let's welcome to the Jack Marshall death montage and time wasting hour.
Well, the puzzle I was struggling with in the last episode is that you need to use the wheelie rider to get there in time, because the jump you need to make, which you can only do when you're riding helper wheelies instead of... I don't like it how you can climb ladders on a motorbike like that. It's quite intriguing.
You can climb ladders with motorbikes in real life.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, you can't.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's not true.
Do you know what else you can't do in real life? Die repeatedly and come back for more action.
Shame that for you, Jack, isn't it?
I'm trying to think if I die in this one or not. If you're a betting man, would you say I die in this video or not?
If I was a betting man, even if I wasn't a betting man, I would still bet that you do. You need to jump up, mate.
Well,
even I can see that.
I just want to show the viewers that, although it looks like you can. So here we have stars which fall from the ceiling and turn into star blocks as they land.
Much like the Greens level in Super Smash Bros. In case we haven't referred to that enough.
Oh yeah, of course. In fact, that's the only place I can think of in this game where that actually happens. Maybe another part of a level, but I'm surprised they picked up on that in the game. It seems like it's such a minor part of one Kirby game. And there's the old Spirit Charm. Any takes on that? Our quiz knowledge isn't so good. We've
not done well, have we?
No. But again, it wouldn't be worth anyone's time if we... In fact, maybe it would be worth people's time if we actually researched this.
We just can't be bothered.
Just can't be bothered.
I saw a warp star on the left.
Yeah, that takes you back out of this entire area, but I thought there was a treasure in here, but it's just a big old room full of nice things, like walnuts and food.
Fair play, fair play.
So let's escape this cloud room using aforementioned warp star.
I do like a good warp star, mate.
They do make the game feel quite grand, don't they?
Yeah. So
let's go in here. This is in fact the sort of the room which leads to the boss. So you know, I should have gone in the far room first if I was going to make this an optimal run. But optimal isn't what we're about here at Timeshitters HQ, is it, Ben?
Well, I like to judge things empirically, so if you're going by the content of most of our videos, then no, it's definitely not.
Anyway, this is me messing up. I cut the cord above that platform, which is now blocking my path to that treasure chest, which I sorely need to complete my collection.
You're getting very close though. Is there 60 in total? There seems to be...
There's 60, yeah. I thought there were 50, but there are 60. So,
this is a bit of a maze then.
I solve it there, but I doubt myself.
Yeah, you go... Why'd you go there? There was clearly a route through.
I doubt myself, and I want to get whatever's beneath what I dropped there. I want to go down here and get this one up, but that's a bonus rather than what I need to be doing. Although I die a lot, I'm not too short on lives, as you can see.
No, that's true. Only one game over.
Only one game over so far on this flawless run.
I'm mocking you, but my turrican... I'm a bit worried that my death ratios are gonna shoot up quite high in the later levels.
That's a challenging run and gun game. This game should be accessible to younger players. It's like Donkey Kong Country 3 is a lot easier than Donkey Kong Country 2 and Donkey Kong Country 1. It's meant to be for younger players.
Yeah.
It's not a choice since it was the last game in the series on the SNES, but hey ho.
Never too late to change, Jack.
Never too late. It is. In which case it is. Anyway, I'm going to backtrack a bit because this is not the way I need to be going. But this room's a little bit annoying, but my tip for this room is to try and land beneath one of the springs which were on the floor a bit.
Ah, very clever.
It doesn't always work, but it usually sets you straight.
It's a good rule of thumb.
So if I go down here, I think you'll be quite pleased to see this treasure. It's hardest one to get in the game.
I was about to bet, is it the Triforce?
It is.
And I got it right. Mentally, I didn't say it out loud, so there's no proof. But I may just put the commentary slightly out of sync, so I say it before that happens. Triforce.
That was clearly a pre-boss room because of all the power-ups and the maximum tomato that was there. But I have treasures to get. It's worth it in the end, mind. It's worth me getting all these treasures. You'll see why when the game is finally through with itself.
Yeah. So when you say that's a boss, though, is that like the boss you beat to finish the game?
It's the final boss of the Great Cave Offensive. One Battle Rock, but more about her when you get to her.
In several videos time.
I think it's not this video. I think I stopped this video just before I'm about to bless you. Then.
Sorry, I hope that didn't sound too loud on the old mic.
So I'm doing alright. I'm
3 left. Or was that 4?
There's 4. I missed one, but there it is. So you see these like sort of sandbag enemies that have demonic faces on them.
Yeah, I call them space hoppers. I think in an earlier video.
I think, well, not so much now, but I used to find them terrifying on the Game Boy. It was the last face you ever wanted to see when you were playing Kirby.
The last face you probably would see. Before you sleep.
The thing is, I mean, I know I've died a lot, but this game is a lot more forgiving with the old health. Because it's like a health bar, it's like a power bar, right? Whereas in the Game Boy version you had 6 like counters for life.
Okay, so 6 hits.
6 hits
regardless.
gone. Once you finished the original game, you unlocked sort of like the hard mode, and most enemies did 2 damage.
Blimey.
So you have to be pretty careful. I barely got through that game.
Is there a hard mode in this? In Kirby's Super Death Fortress?
Super Death Fortress, no. But in Ultra, which is the DS sort of repackaging of this game, do you know Spring Breeze, first game in this collection? Well, they do a version of it called Revenge of the King, which is like a Lord of the Rings movie gone wrong. But it's basically...
Did that polar bear just drown itself?
Yes.
Sorry.
A lot of enemies... In fact, in one of the levels in Kirby, you just find a bird that starts underwater. It just dies instantly.
It's either programming gone wrong or just a programmer with a mean sense of humour. Sorry, you were talking...
Yeah, so there's a game called Revenge of the King, which is basically Spring Breeze with all the sort of hard enemies from the original game, sort of when you play it on hard mode.
Yeah.
And the bosses are all a bit harder, and the final boss, the DD himself, is got a mask on and he's just pretty badass, basically. In comparison.
Oh, that's me. Was the shell whistle, is that Link's Awakening?
It may have been. I don't know whether this would have coincided with that. No, it must have done. I think maybe it is. I'm not sure, but was that what they were called? The shells in?
Well, it was 8 instruments, wasn't it? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Anyways,
once again,
we're just completely not researching our subject matter here for our...
But the reason I haven't done it is because I want everything to be a surprise. So when I watch these videos, it's the first time and I just give my honest reaction.
So you're saying this is my fault, basically?
I'm not saying it is your fault, but I'm not saying it's not your fault.
Well, I love it, like, even this far into the commentary, after you've seen so much of my poor performance, that you're still regarding me as a sort of master figure in this entire scenario. Ori Halkin is... I do know about Ori Halkin.
Is that a special move by Ryu in Street Fighter 2? Ori Halkin!
Nope. It's a rare metal which is often found in mythology. It's not from any game, it's just a mythical item.
Okay.
It's like a metal with all kinds of properties. It's meant to be really hard, it's meant to be really light, it's meant to ward off evil spirits, whatever kind of a magical property a metal will have.
Yeah.
It's meant to have it, basically.
Oh, right. Well, that's some good insight there, Jack.
Indeed.
See? You can play as many games.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see me swallow him as he jetted towards me?
Brilliant, Jack.
That's competence there.
10th video in, and we get a display of competence.
Anyway, I need this jet guy because I need to light this middle fuse here. and I can't be bothered to go all the way back and find the fire dude. So I'll get this guy.
That's good. I like. Is Kirby's jet image meant to be some sort of Top Gun reference?
I suppose because of the glasses, right?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's definitely those 3 jets there, which suggest like formation fighters, like the Red Arrows or something.
Yeah.
So, I'm doing this wrong here. Oh, for God's sake.
Yep. That's pretty wrong.
Well, I guess you won that bet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that again.
I'm gonna. Are you certain you died in all the early videos?
I think there's not a single video in this LP in which I've not died. In fact, I think I die in a few of them twice.
Oh, Jack.
It's not good, is it? It's not doing much for my street cred.
It's probably not doing much for your self-esteem either.
Oh, God, I'm past caring. Anyway, that's me pausing. And I don't get that bottom one, otherwise the chest will fall into oblivion and you'll have to enter the room again, which would be disastrous.
That would be disastrous.
But there's a Christmas tree, it's a nice one. And it's a nice one to end on. Look at that.
That's genuinely the last one I have.
Got them all, so let's go and approach the final boss room.
If you fancy a memory test, try pausing on that screen and seeing if you can name all 60 treasures.
Let's see how many I can name. Actually, no, that'll be incredibly tedious for our audience. I won't do that.
Well,
Thing is, I like wasting your time, but I don't like wasting too much of our audience's time, even though I've wasted a considerable amount of it already in this playthrough.
well, a lot of my time gets wasted just editing these videos, so...
Now, Ben, if you're anything like me, does that 0 at the bottom really annoy you?
Yeah, it does. I'd rather just have the straight,
The straight combo of 9s.
what would be 100 million.
Oh, that too, I suppose.
Yeah, just max 999.
But that is... I'm just 10G short of perfection, that's how I feel. Or 9 short of a nice pattern, at least.
Yeah, 9 short of maxing things out.
So,
But then they'd have to give you one item that gave you either 9 or other items that added up to that, and it'd be weird.
I don't know, they could have a joke item like piece of ash 9G or something like that. I don't know, just anything. So this is the pre-boss room, but I think I saved this boss for a future video.
Which will be part 11. So do we finish the Great Cave Offensive in part 11?
We do, and then
Finally.
we start Revenge of Meta Knight, which is a much shorter game.
Alright, so we'll see you in part 11 of Let's Play Kirby's Mega Death Fortress in a hat with a dinosaur on the keyboard. We're the Timeshitters. See you then.
See ya.